Well, happy Monday, May 10th. We are in the second Monday of the month. We have a lot to cover today, so I'm going to jump right into it. We are talking today about prices continuing to climb. The Homedex report, the latest Homedex report is out, and in celebration of a belated Happy Mother's Day to you mothers out there, the differences between mom and dad. Find out what that's all about. So the totals, right now we have 2,772 active listings on the market. That's 36 more than the week before. 1751 are detached, 898 are attached. Pending sales, 4366, that's up 25 from the previous week. 2839 of those are detached, 1392 are attached. Months of inventory, no change from last week. We're at 0.63 months, 0.62 months for detached, and 0.64 months for attached. In the last week, we had 1,135 homes come on the market. That's an increase of 40 from the previous week. Starting to see inventory go up a little bit, which is positive. 756 are detached, 350 attached. New pending, 789, 27 more than the previous week. So inventory is going up, but so are pending sales. Of those, 529 are detached, 240 are attached. Pendings listed within the last week, 57. So 7% of the homes that were listed in the last week are already in escrow. 36 of those detached, 18 attached. Sales for the last week, 663. That's a big drop of 37 from the previous week. It's about the same. That's about the same number of more sales we had the previous week. So we're kind of bouncing around a little bit on closed sales. 430 detached, 217 attached. But here's where we see the big difference. Median list price up $8,000 to $725. The median sales price up $10,000 to $755. So homes are selling on the median $30,000 above list price. The new active pendings and solds for the last week, we're seeing inventory climbing. We're getting higher than we've been in a few months. Pendings are climbing as well, though. Closed sales kind of bouncing around a little bit. On the price category, though, we are seeing the median list price and the median sales price are both going up, and we're seeing a pretty sizable difference between those two numbers. All right, we do have the latest Homedex report provided by the North San Diego County Association of Realtors. These are April's numbers. In the Marketwatch report, we see the 4 different quadrants of San Diego County: East County, Metro, which is downtown and the areas around there, North County, and South County. Across the board, median sales price is up. The lowest is 14.4% year change, 23.7%, 24.2%. Those are huge, huge numbers. Percentage of original price received is up across the board as well. Days on market, down across the board. In a couple cases, or 3 cases, over 50%. Closed sales were up across the board as well. Kind of crazy. Inventory is plummeting, and yet closed sales are going up, restricting supply even more. Closed sales up 60% in North County. So looking at just the North San Diego County quadrant, and you can email me or call me or text me or what have you, and I'm happy to send you the full Homedex report for each of the quadrants. But just looking in North San Diego County, look at April of this year versus a year change ago. 24.2% median sales price increase, average sales price almost 43% higher. And then homes for sale down 64.8%, and yet closed sales up 60%. So, I mean, those are almost the same numbers going in the complete opposite direction. Days on market down over half. And if you look at the homes for sale bars, look at the huge drop in last year versus this year and the year before that for homes for sale, and then closed sales, though, are climbing. In North County as well, I just wanted to point out one zip code, 92011 in Carlsbad. The median sales price up almost 60%. Percentage of original price received up almost 3%. Days on market down almost 50%. Closed sales up 27%. It's unreal what's going on in some parts of the county. And again, I'm happy to provide this report for you. Looking at the single family detached activity overview, you look at the new listings, percentage change from last year to this year. You can see all the categories. New listings actually were up 23%, which is good, but pending sales up 81% last year versus this year. Huge jump. Closed sales, huge jump. Days on market, big drop. So you can kind of take a look at all the different categories here. Months of supply down 70%. That's for single family detached. For single family attached, kind of more of the same, but pending sales are up almost 100% last year versus this year. I mean, that's huge. I keep using the word huge. I'm trying to think of ginormous, other words I can use to describe what's going on in the marketplace. And then new listings, I thought this was interesting. New listings for 2019 versus 2020 and 2021, huge drop from last year, from the year before that. But look at the increase in single family detached in April. We increased in April versus last April. And I think part of that's because, we had the pandemic was just sort of in the beginning stages at that point. Same for attached homes, up over last year. Year to date, though, we are still down in inventory in both, in new listings, rather, in single family detached and attached. Pending sales, again, kind of the same thing. Last year was a big drop from the year before, which we expected. This year, we're back up to about where we were 2 years ago in the pending sales for detached homes and for single family attached homes as well. Closed sales, kind of mirroring the same thing. We have more sales now than we did 2 years ago, way more than we did last year. And then for single family detached, single family attached, kind of the same. Median sales price is increasing. However, the trend line is not bouncing around. It's going straight up. $940,000 for single family detached homes, $575 for single family attached for the month of April. Inventory of homes for sale, again, the huge drop off from last year compared to the year before that. We already had not enough homes. Look at this, 915 in April, single family detached homes versus 3,504 2 years before that. I mean, those are significantly huge numbers. This is where we get into the issue that I've always been talking about, is affordability. Housing affordability index. For example, an index of 120 means the median household income is 120% of what is necessary to qualify for the median priced home. So a higher number means greater affordability. The number is continuing to drop. Last year, we had greater affordability than the year before, but now we're down to 40 for single family detached, 66 for single family attached. Year to date, that's for April. Year to date, the numbers are also continuing to decline. What's going to happen? I mean, fewer people can afford to buy the median priced home, yet it's happening because we have a lot of cash coming in that's really fueling a lot of what's going on in the marketplace right now, which is why I don't think there is a bubble. Real estate in the news this week. 4 articles I thought were good. Home buyer remorse, how moms and dads differ. So I kind of teased this at the beginning. Moms and dads do differ in their home buyer remorse. Good article. You should click on the button in the constant contact email that I sent with this video to check that out. How telework will impact home location preferences. We've talked about that a couple different times, but we're seeing more and more information coming out about those differences. So good article on that. Millennials leading the home buying charge, and they talk about a couple different sort of subcategories of millennials and who's buying what. And finally, home buyers' desires, needs, and aspirations are evolving. As the pandemic has shown us, what our needs and wants are in a home are changing and rapidly. So good article on that as well. Appreciate you watching, as always, the Money Market Moment. If you have any questions, give me a call. If you want the full home index report, give me a call. Send me a text, carrier pigeon, whatever you like. Happy to help. Have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday on the next Money Market Moment.